Hello, welcome back to Dee's Roads. I am Dee. I've been car camping in my Hyundai Santa Fe Sangria since September 2021. And for those of you who watch my channel on a regular basis, you know that I post at least once a week. And for the month of November, I actually had to take a pause from filming and editing my part-time car camping adventures. We just had a lot going on as a family, some things that were planned, other things that just came up unexpectedly. But I'm back at it, so I am back to posting one video, at least one video once a week. I apologize for the month-long wait for this video. That if you've been following this channel since the beginning, you know that is something that I do not do. I do not take long extended breaks from YouTube. And if you have been wondering, my son's football team did win the Super Bowl for our region. So yay, super excited about that. He was thrilled. He couldn't believe it. He got a Super Bowl ring. He was just ecstatic. The whole team was ecstatic. Great group of young boys and great group of coaches. So, all right, so let's get to what this video is about. So I've mentioned on the channel several times how, my son is growing. He is about to turn 9 years old. He's already to my shoulders now. I'm only 5'3.5". But he's pretty much already to my shoulders and he's already 9. My husband is like 6'5", somewhere in that area. So clearly he's taking after his daddy with his height. So my little Hyundai Santa Fe probably will not hold my son and myself for very much longer when I go car camping with him. And of course, in this setup, my husband just can't fit in my setup. So I've mentioned several times on my channel that I was really considering purchasing a minivan or something like that so that we have more space to fit. I also have 2 adult daughters. And I would like for them to be able to come along as well, maybe one at a time if they would like to car camp with me. Now, we've done that before, and my oldest daughter is a little bit shorter than me. My youngest daughter is a little bit taller than me, but we can manage to fit 2 people, sleeping in the Hyundai Santa Fe, even with this setup that I have right now. It's a little snug, but it's manageable. But I really have been seriously considering getting something larger. Like I said, whether that be a minivan or maybe a passenger van or construction van that I can convert. That's something that I've been seriously considering these last few months, especially while I've taken the break from YouTube. I want to stop thinking about buying that van. I want to stop thinking about pursuing actual van life, even if it is part-time. I want to stop thinking about it and dreaming about it. And I want to start putting those thoughts and dreams into action, right? The only way that that's going to happen is if I actually move on it and do something. It's not just going to fall into my lap. I just don't have good luck like that. So starting today, I am putting my van life dream into action. I am starting a van fund. My goal is to hopefully within a year's time have enough money to purchase a van. I'm really going towards like one of those passenger vans, like a 15-seater passenger van, or even a construction work van or whatever, that I can fully customize and build for my car camping needs. And before I go any further in this video, I just want to let you know that I am not asking anybody on YouTube to help me with this van life, van purchasing, van conversion, van build fun. That is not the goal of this video. The goal of this video is just to let you know I'm turning this dream into an action. No more waiting, no more contemplating. It's time for action now. If you are wondering how you can help, watch the videos. Just watch the videos, watch an ad or two for each video if you can, if you have the time to. that would greatly help if you are interested in helping. Um, I might I might start designing some D's Roads merchandise to put on the D's Roads channel. Um, but I really want to make sure that the designs are something that people are actually going to want and products that people are actually going to want. So that's probably going to take some time to put together. But in the meantime, how am I going to do this? How am I funding my van life fund? So basically, the small paycheck that I do get from YouTube on sometimes a monthly or every other month basis, I'm going to be using those funds directly for the van life fund. That's why I say if you watch those ads, even if you just watch one ad or two ads per video, that really helps out. Other than that, I'm fully funding this myself. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but I don't feel comfortable asking subscribers or viewers of this channel to give me money. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or that it's wrong. I'm just saying I don't feel comfortable with asking for that. So my goals for this van that I will be purchasing within 1 year. Oh, let me get this out of y'all's way. I didn't know that was sitting there. Okay, let me get. So my goal for this van is it's going to be a starter van, right? I'm not going to purchase a brand new van. They way too expensive. It is not in my budget. Right now, I am not considering trading in my Hyundai Santa Fe. Um, just not going to do it. So the van that I purchase is going to be an old used van, probably with mid to very high mileage, but that's okay because it's going to be my starter van. It's going to be the start of a new beginning where I can fit more of my family members um, inside the van and they can go car camping with me. Well, I guess it wouldn't be car camping anymore. It would be like van life, van camping. Um, but you get the point. So my goal with this is to do the build or the conversion completely by myself, completely DIY. And that goes from electrical to plumbing to the carpentry work to the flooring to the insulation, all of that. This is going to be a complete DIY process. I've been watching um, this channel. I think it's called Brendan. Yeah, Brendan Explores. And he's a YouTuber based out of the UK. And he does the same thing, but in a van. And he just recently purchased an ambulance that he's converting for him and his family to do part-time van life. Um, and so I've been watching that and kind of watching other videos and trying to get an idea of what I would like to do inside the van to make sure I have enough space for at least 3 people, two humans. They'll all be humans. 2 adults and 1 child, at least 2 adults and 1 child. If I could make it to where I could fit 4 people, that would be great. But right now, my goal is to keep it at 3 people. So as far as the build goal, like monetarily, that budget, I'm keeping it pretty low. And here's why. I already have my Bluetti EB3A. I already have a Bouge RV, like a small portable power station. I think it's like 200 some watt hours, something like that. And then I have my Orion Golden Mate Life Po 4 battery that has like I think 1056 watt hours, 1256, something like that. So I already have all of the electric that I will need for me to serve my purposes for part-time van life. Um, I also have the Bouge RV colorful fridge that Bouge RV was kind enough to send me months ago. And same thing for the Bouge RV power portable power station. They also sent that for me to me as well. So I'm very grateful for those companies. And the same thing for my Golden Mate LifePo 4 battery that was sent to me as well. So those are things that I'm so fortunate that I did not have to pay for, that I already have, that I will use for this van build. So let's talk insulation. Right now it is about, I don't know, 36 degrees where I am. I am very close to home. Um, Anyway, so it is 36 degrees. And before I started this video, I just started the car and let the heat crank up to the high setting. And that way I could get nice and toasty and warm in here. Um, so I definitely want insulation for my future van build. And I was thinking about Havelock wool. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Havelock wool van insulation. It's a little bit pricey, but I want to get something that is going to last. And I want to get something that is not, that doesn't have a bunch of chemicals in it. It's a safe option. I think it's like mold resistant, fire resistant, all that good stuff. So I do want to get a fan for the roof of this van that will be coming within the year. I'm going to put it out there that it's going to happen. So I do want to purchase a van for the roof. A van? No, a fan for the van's roof. And I will be cutting the hole in the roof, all that myself. I've watched videos. Um, I think it's something I can do. I just have to make sure I have the right tools. So I was thinking about a Max Air fan. So I've been watching videos of those installs, and I think it's something that I can do. But let me know in the comments, do you have or do you know of any other fans that would accommodate like a van life setup that maybe are not as expensive as the Max Air fans, but work just as well? Or maybe they have a smaller profile. I've seen those circular fans. They're like black circular fans on the top of van life vans, and I've seen them on Amazon and things like that. But I don't see them often, so I don't know how well they work. So let me know in the comments if you know anything about fans to put in the roof of a van or RV or a camper or whatever, what you suggest, what you've seen out there. Now, depending on the type of van I purchase, I may have to install a window or two. So if I purchase a construction van that really doesn't have any windows, I would like at least to add one window on each side. But that's not definite, because if I end up going with a passenger van that already has windows, I may not need to install windows. I could just open those. So we'll see how that goes. But right now I am budgeting for at least two windows. And then, of course, the bed frame and the cabinetry, that is all something that I'm going to do myself, whether I get the raw materials from, Home Depot, Lowe's, a local lumber place, or if I end up going to IKEA. When I was watching Brendan Explores, he was using like, I think there were IKEA rails for the bed, and he did a slide out bed. So when he's solo, I guess he can keep the bed like pushed in and not slid out, and it's enough room for himself. But when his family joins him, he can slide the full bed out, and I think it turns into like a king bed to fit him and his family. So depending on the size of the van, that's something that I'm interested in doing. But like I said, either way, it's going to be DIY. So I might have to keep it simple or just take my time, because I know it's something I can do. But if I'm going to do this full van build out, I really want to take my time with it, make sure I have all the right materials, everything like that, to make sure it lasts and it's sturdy. Kind of on my wish list, if the van doesn't already come with a front passenger swivel seat, that is something that I do want to invest in, even if it's just the base. Because I think the base, I was doing some research on that, and I found swivel seat bases for like 60 bucks. So that's not that bad. So at least on the passenger seat, I would like it to swivel. Driver side, if I have money left over from my budget that I would like to spend as far as build goes, then I would definitely consider the driver's side seat being swivel as well. Because then I could do like some kind of like dining situation with those two if they are able to swivel to the back. As far as plumbing, I really like the setup that I have right now, which is just this little fountain here that's hooked up to a 2.5 gallon water tank back there. I like that setup. It's very simple. It's easy to access. So I would probably do something very similar in the van that I'll be purchasing, but I think I would add in a stationary sink with like a gray water tank underneath that. So that's in my budget. And then as for electrical, I already have one solar panel. Excuse me. I don't show it in my videos that often, but it's a 100-watt Renogy solar panel. I would like to put that up on the roof of the van and then just wire that into the van, and that can charge, all of the power stations that I have. I would like to get one more solar panel, the same one that I have now, just, a second one. That way I can have 200 watts of solar coming in, um, especially for like when it's colder. Yeah, so that would be nice to have 200 watts of solar as opposed to 100. But I don't think I mean, it would be nice to have. It's not a must have for what I do on a part-time basis. And the only thing that I would need to purchase as far as electrical or power, I'm very fortunate for that, that I don't have to purchase all that stuff brand new. The only thing that I do have to purchase would be one of those MPPTs or a solar controller. That way, everything gets the right wattage and there's no fires or nothing like that. And then, of course, flooring. So for flooring, I'm going to keep it super. I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm going to keep it super simple. So I'm just going to do like probably insulation, a layer of subflooring, and then I was thinking about doing either vinyl plank flooring, like the water resistant kind. I was even thinking about boat flooring, the flooring that they put on boats or whatever. So I was thinking about those things, and as I did all of like the measurements that I think I would need based on the type of van that I want to purchase, I'm thinking I could do this build for like $650. So all of those things that I just mentioned, the insulation, the fan, windows, bed and cabinetry, swivel seat, plumbing, electrical, and flooring. I'm thinking I can get away with doing that for $650. So it's going to be, it's not going to be a top-notch professional build. It's not going to be a top-notch DIY build. It's going to be the simple basics for the things that I need for van life on a part-time basis that can accommodate me and at least two other people. So I've been talking and rambling for a while. Oh, one thing that I did not mention is lights. And I like my simple setup, the way that I have my lights right now. I like just having these fairy lights. I would probably actually get a bunch of fairy lights and just run those. Right now, I run it off of just this. Oh gosh, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just this little power bank that I plug into. Oh shoot, here it is. But I just plug it into this power bank, and you know, it doesn't take a lot of power to run these. And I have one more slot open, so I might do something simple like that. And I'll probably end up getting some puck lights too for like wherever the kitchen area is going to be, things like that. Um, as far as window covers, I would probably make those myself. I would just get those Reflectix rolls, and I would just custom make them myself because, like I said, I'm trying to make this as low budget as possible, keeping in mind that if I get an old van that has high mileage, I'm probably going to have to do some regular maintenance on it, and I might have to do some, basic maintenance on it to make sure that it's safe on the road. So yeah, that is my plan. I am putting my van life dream into action. I'm tired of thinking about it and dreaming about it and doing all this research, but not actually putting the plan into place. So as of today, this is December 1st. This plan is being put into action, and I hope you all stay with me on this journey. I will give you updates of how close to the goal I am. As far as where I plan to purchase the van, going to a dealership or like a used car auto dealership or whatever, that's not going to be in my budget. This is going to be like, it's going to be cheap. It's going to be a very cheap van. So right now, I'm keeping my eye on prices on places like Facebook Marketplace, um, online ads where people are selling their used vans. Um, there are quite a few auctions where I am at. Um, at least two of them are very reputable, and you can get a decent used vehicle without having to worry that there's something seriously wrong with it. So I'm also keeping an eye on those prices to see how people are bidding to get an idea of how much I'm going to have to spend to purchase the van itself. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I would like to stay at $1,000 or under $1,000 to get this van. I'm not looking for anything fancy. It's going to be old, it's going to be very used, and it's probably going to have high mileage. But like I said, it's a way to get, it's a way to put my dream into action because I'm tired of waiting. Um, and it's only going to happen if I make it happen. So that's it. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to end the video here. I apologize for not posting for so long. Life just got crazy there for a little while. But I'm back. I will not be taking a month-long break. Okay. Again, I am back to regularly to my regularly scheduled schedule of posting at least one video per week. So I will see you next week for sure. Have a great week. Stay safe. Happy travels, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.